On Thursday night, another Jewish soul was taken from us, another family devastated, another terror attack by a member of the genocidal cult called Palestine that seeks our total annihilation. This time it was in Gush Etzion, the Judean hills where I live. 2 terrorists, police officers from the Palestinian Authority's own security forces, murdered an Israeli civilian for being a Jew. This attack took place steps away from where my dear friend Ari Fold, Hashem Yikom Damo, may God avenge his blood, was murdered back in 2018. But let that sink in. Official Palestinian Authority police officers committed a terror attack to kill an innocent Jew. Again, this is not the first time that terror attacks have been committed by the Palestinian Authority police officers. And now these terrorists' families will receive reward salaries for life from the Palestinian Authority, thanks to foreign aid from Western nations and the United Nations, literal direct Western financial support for the murdering of Jews. And what's even more outrageous? Our deep state legal officials in Israel continue to allow this terror, to feed it, to enable it, all in the name of law and rights. Our legal system is not just failing to protect us, it is actively preventing us from doing what is necessary to protect ourselves. Municipalities across Judea and Samaria want to forbid labor from the Palestinian Authority, to prioritize Jewish labor and foreign labor for our construction projects. Not because of racism, not because of hatred, but because they know the truth. We are being infiltrated. Laborers from the Palestinian Authority areas are not neutral workers. They are products of a society that glorifies martyrdom and teaches their children that Jews are animals to be slaughtered. October 7th barbarians included thousands of non-combatant Gazans of all ages, and our legal elites continue to ignore this reality about our Islamo-Nazi enemy. Time and again, we've seen these workers carry out terror attacks against us. We've seen them gathering intelligence information, as they did in the Gaza communities, the Gaza kibbutzim prior to October 7th. And in the worst cases, we've seen them murder the very Jews who paid them and employed them. And still, our own legal system forbids us from stopping to employing them, even when our very lives are at stake. Why? Because deep state lawyers, unelected and unaccountable, claim that such acts would be discrimination. They will bend over backwards to protect the rights of those who want us dead, but they will break the backs of Jewish leaders and regular citizens trying to keep us all alive and protect our children and families. This is moral insanity. It is the same legal system that persecutes IDF heroes for defending our people. Some of these IDF soldiers come out of fighting in Gaza only to have their guns taken away from them and then interrogated by the lawyers. Some have committed suicide because of this. Not death by our Islamo-Nazi enemies, but killed by the deep state legal elites. It is the same deep state legal system that created the blood libel of the State Teiman prison, where edited video footage was weaponized against our soldiers, fueling a campaign of lies that our holy IDF soldiers sexually abused Hamas prisoners. This one act created more damage for Israel, the IDF, and Jews worldwide than everything else. And those within the legal IDF system responsible, allegedly, for this despicable doctored video that was leaked all over the world have still yet to be investigated, instead protected by their own deep state legal elites. Even more disturbing is that Israeli attorney Ephraim Dimri claims that he has ironclad proof that the Biden administration was directly involved in the episode of that State Teiman prison going after our IDF soldiers, again highlighting a connection between the deep state in the United States and the one in Israel. It is the same corrupt deep state legal officials, including Supreme Court justices, that still coddles the monsters of October 7th. Those who butchered babies, raped women, burned families alive, and they ensure their rights in Israeli prisons are fully protected and prioritized. Meanwhile, they abuse their legal positions to prevent the Prime Minister of Israel from appointing a new head of intelligence. Our national security apparatus is frozen, paralyzed, because the Attorney General, An unelected bureaucrat with delusions of kingship has placed herself above the people, above the Knesset, above the government itself. These same legal officials who forced the IDF to give aid to Hamas, stops the IDF from removing non-combatant Gazans from combat zones, enforces upon the IDF immoral rules of engagement that endanger their lives in war and stops them from being able to protect us, and stops the defense system from implementing Trump's Gaza immigration plan. It stops us from implementing the death penalty against terrorists. It stops us from expelling the families of the terrorists as a deterrent. This is a deep state of legal officials that is literally killing us. All this while we are fighting a genocidal death cult in the name of Palestine, one that preaches and practices the destruction of the Jewish people. Their slogan, shouted from college campuses to European parliaments to the streets of America, is clear. From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. They mean it. And yet we Jews are forbidden from saying what any sane person would declare in a time of war, that every last supporter of that cult called Palestine must be removed from Judea, Samaria, and Gaza in order to protect ourselves. But we are the ones who are silenced and delegitimized, tied down not by the United Nations, not by the ICC, but by our own deep state legal officials, our own rogue legal establishment that has crowned itself sovereign over the will of the people. Make no mistake, this is no longer about legal technicalities. This is about survival. Every legal rule that blocks a municipality from refusing Palestinian Authority labor, every legal indictment against a soldier defending our borders and protecting our lives, or fighting in Gaza, or fought on October 7th, every delay in appointing crucial security leaders, every refusal to remove a corrupt attorney general who openly defies government decisions, all of it adds up to blood. Jewish blood spilled. So I ask, who do these legal elites really serve? Because they certainly do not serve justice, and they do not serve the Israeli people. No, what they serve is a progressive ideological war against our right to live, build, defend, and exist as proud Jews in our ancestral homeland as sovereign once again. They serve a non-Jewish globalist agenda that they were only too happy to work with the international globalists, including in America. Not us. And history will remember them. It will remember the state attorneys who blocked Jewish mayors from protecting their own. It will remember the judges who trampled Jewish rights to preserve the dignity of our enemies who try to kill us. It will remember the attorney general who chose to protect terrorists over our soldiers and derailed our national defense. And history will indict them, not as guardians of democracy, not as defenders of justice, but as accomplices in the murder of our people. Yet, I am optimistic about our future, because after screaming about the corrupt deep state legal officials for 30 years, finally the people have woken up to this immoral situation and are demanding change. That's why the judicial reform was all about. This is what is needed so badly to save our lives, because the deep state legal elites are literally killing us. Change is not happening as quickly as we want to within the legal system, but it is happening. We will overcome to save our lives from a brutal, genocidal enemy, an immoral Western enlightened world, and the globalist deep state legal elites that have hijacked the fight in their ideological battle against the Jewish people and turns against us as sovereign in our ancestral homeland instead of our true enemies. And final point of optimism, we will implement Trump's Gaza immigration plan. And then for those genocidal barbarians in Judea and Samaria as well, because they are bringing that tragedy upon themselves. And even as some of the betrayal comes from within, from Israel's own deep state, senior legal and security officials who prioritize the rights of terrorists over our basic right to live, to defend our children, to walk through a supermarket without fear of being gunned down, hear me well. We will overcome. We are overcoming. We are a resilient, miraculous people looked over by God. We have overcome enemies more powerful and empires more brutal than this. We will overcome the immorality of the West, the cowardice of the appeasement, and yes, even the dysfunction within our own elected officials. Just 80 years ago, a blink in the eye of history, we, the Jewish people, were almost wiped out as a nation, hunted down like animals across Europe simply for being Jews. 1/3 of our people murdered in the Holocaust, exterminated, annihilated, our future nearly extinguished. And yet, look at us today. We are alive, we are rebuilding, we are thriving in our ancestral homeland. We are planting and building new communities, raising generations of proud Jews, building cities, universities, farms, and innovations that are changing the world. Despite everything thrown at us, we are consistently ranked as one of the happiest nations on earth, not because life is easy, but because we have purpose, unity, and the strength that comes from returning home. We are once again a sovereign nation in our God-given ancestral homeland, and no amount of terror, lies, or hate, even from within our own, will take that away from us. Our future is bright because we have truth, life, and purpose on our side. We have each other, and we have a God who does not forget and does not forget us. Yes, it is just infuriating what we have to endure, but we will endure. And more than that, we will win. Even though not soon enough, very soon the barbaric and genocidal cause called Palestine will be a footnote of history as the nation of Israel moves forward as a regional superpower in the world. So please do not lose perspective, ever. Am Yisrael. If you are not yet a subscriber to our daily, belief-based, inspiring, politically incorrect, truthful videos about Israel, the Jewish people, and the freedom-loving world, what are you waiting for? Go to pulseofisrael.com and click to subscribe today. And yes, we are a donor-based operation. We need your donations for support in order to make these videos and get our videos seen and do all the work we do. So every once in a while, whether a large donation or a small donation, just go to pulseofisrael.com and click on the donate button. Shalom, everyone, and thanks for watching.
Pulse of Israel, frontline videos from the Holy Land. Support our work by donating today.